Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 10/31/2024. Hallows Eve. So I thought I'd do a video today, considering that it's Halloween. I'm all over the place, so I'm just going to kind of try to stay on my notes to the best of my abilities. Yesterday, I thought a lot about Elohim and the understanding of what Elohim is, the plurality of it and the explanations. That's one thing I wanted to start with was there's this whole idea of debunking things whenever you're in arguments, and we present explanations as a debunk, and that's not actually true. Your explanation is just an argument, and I think that that's part of what one of our major issues is in our society is just because it is the prevailing argument doesn't mean that it's correct. But anyways, Elohim is just very important to me in trying to understand everything. So 2024, October 31st, this is going to be crazy today, right? Should something happen, we have an election next Tuesday, a presidential election. It does feel like something strange happens, but what I would say is I struggle a lot with holidays now. In fact, I think it's a core of our problem as in what I think as humanity needs to do to become better is we have to work on some of these things that have been co-opted. So American capitalism, the idea, what it is, American capitalism has destroyed all of our tribal rituals and what they actually are for. Like literally like fire dancing. Maybe not quite to that extent, but like there's things that, and it's a lot of it is because we've lost touch with how much earth and the celestial are in harmony with each other. And so we've used money and power in the way our structure is set up. It has destroyed the things that help humanity the most, because there are times when we get together in these moments where there is a different energy and we have the ability to make lasting impact just in our energy and how we're moving forward. They're like literally moments in time where things can shift and we have power in that. So I think there's something really important in tribes. That's something that I feel called to talk about too, is I think that there was something to the tribal life. I think that that is something that is part of humanity in what we should be using just in natural order. I think that's what we need is more locality and more accountability is found within a tribe. I think if we followed the tribal traditions, we would find our humanity and we would be led by our humanity. And then I'm led back to this, I don't even remember which Indian tribe it was, but there was a older native that was talking about their beliefs. And the one thing that resonated with me was, don't make a joke of your life. And that just means that you're trying to make sure that you're living with purpose for me. And that's become really important. And then that brought me to keep your head down, because I'm a golfer, and that's what they always say, is that's one of the big lines that you used to hear was keep your head down. But that's actually, when you're teaching, not probably the best thing to think about, because it almost forces you down, and that affects your balance. It pushes you in the wrong direction. You really want to be centered and balanced. So keep your eye on the ball. Which eye? That brought me to the cyclops thing, because I've obviously got this sty in my eye, and that's been an issue for me. And I've been trying to do things to help it, and it's getting better. So, joke of the day. Two guys walk in the bar. The third guy ducks. I quit drinking so I could quit smoking cigarettes. It was really a health decision, a future life decision that I made. And it worked. I'm in great shape. Compared to what I would have been if I'd been smoking cigarettes the last 6 years, my legs are stronger than they've ever been. And my endurance is getting stronger. When you start over, the best thing you can do is build a strong foundation. I found that when you take off all of your clothes and stand naked at the mercy of the Most High, there is still warmth from the sun and reflection with the moon. There is still the breath of roses and the taste of eternal water. There is still whispers and rings and voices. I hear the voice of my mother. I feel the love of my father. When I'm naked and kneeled, I absolutely know at my core that there is a power of influence that flows through my body that contains all of my imagination. The answer is found in silence and balance. So October 31st, 2024. It does seem like there's a veil, like there's some kind of something. The ether, I don't know what it is. But it feels significant, like during certain times. And I know that Hallows Eve is considered to be like the uplifting of a veil. I don't know what is involved with that. There's so many directions you can go with your time to try to learn. Once you start to realize that basically you can look into everything again, because everything you've been taught or any knowledge that you've had of anything is probably based in some kind of foundational lie. So whenever you start to realize that, and you're like, well, that means that everything I could look into over again and see it with fresh eyes. And so there's so many different directions you can go, and it's actually entertaining, because we have these devices where we can look into anything that we want to. But that brings me back to my whole point of these videos is you have control of your awareness, what you're putting your awareness into. So I get lost in the day sometimes, and I forget that I am trying to walk a divine path. So like during the course of my day, I know that I'm supposed to be mindful, but I do get out of focus sometimes. And being mindful is really focusing while you're in activity with other people, especially that are depending on you, that you are in full role. So then I have play your role to the best of your abilities. Like while you're wearing whatever hat you're wearing in the situation that you're in, you just do it to the best of your abilities. And when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. Don't play the Game of Thrones. It's a terrible ending. Actually, I've revisited it, and I kind of like the whole younger Stark in the wheelchair being the... But then that brought me to FDR, and where is that? Is that correlated somehow? And there's so much symbolism and all that stuff. So that's just another rabbit hole. I actually don't like anything associated with Halloween anymore. I was really into Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, and I just don't want to put my energy into it. Like, I don't like that. I don't want to do it. So I'm out on just about all of it. And that makes me a little different than other people, because there's a lot of people that like to get into it. And, I don't want to be a party pooper, but I just there was a season for that for me, and now it's not. And I think that we should be focusing more on doing things as tribes, honestly. And I want to get involved in that, but I'm basically my own tribe. Where our answers may be found, I think there's this current structure. It's been built by monetizing land and destroying tribal life. Like, the land was monetized into money, so it became a resource, and then it's been controlled. We live on a globe, and there's land that is essentially owned by all government in one way or another. And then the land is divvied out by money, basically. I think it was called the feudal system when it first started before. And I don't know. From this system, you find security from money and land, and that is all the best way to make that expand faster is capitalism, because you are capitalizing on your success. But that's like the opposite of what a tribal life was, where all land is our land, basically. There's no such thing as owning land, and having more of a spiritual and humble role that you're playing. Like, we're in this realm, and we've made it seem like this realm was created for humans, and I think that that's not true. We are here to be caretakers or to help with the realm, but I don't know. I don't want to go off script here. So I believe there is a natural order. Humans are earthly beings with natural instincts and collective amplification, like we're a network. Our natural instincts are lost and betrayed by our thoughts. We feel ill effects when we go against our gut. The reason we have indecision is because we don't want to do what I know needs to be done. Sometimes we is too powerful. Sometimes you're left with one eye, me, your own tribe. And when you're left with one eye, like a cyclops, you better keep it on the ball. Be the ball, Danny. Be the ball. A cyclops golfer on Halloween. A cyclops golfer on Halloween. I made that a hard line to say. Anyways, that's my video for today. 1313 is where it was. I should have ended it right there. That would have been perfect. Do great. Be safe out there with the Hallows Eve. And just be aware and be in the moment and try to enjoy it as much as you can. And that's all I got for today. I hope everybody has a great day out there.